The Instagram algorithm is a weird and wonderful thing that can help propel your account forward to massive growth, engagement, reach, and income, but so many people nowadays struggle to understand it and use it to their benefit. There's all these people making videos about how to hack it and how to game it and how to do all these little gimmicks and tricks to beat the algorithm and hack the algorithm to get results. And honestly, most of it is just utter bollocks, which is why today I'm going to go over some tips, tricks, and secrets that you can use to work with the algorithm to explode the growth, engagement, and income of your Instagram. Hi, my name's Josh. I've grown a ton of Instagram accounts such as this one, many clients, and many other pages of my own, which I've then built up, sold, flipped, etc. I've done pretty much everything you can think of on Instagram over the past 7 years. And now I create 2 videos every single week teaching you Instagram marketing, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any. Okay, so the first fundamental thing to the algorithm and one of the most important factors for ranking your content on Instagram is how long do people spend on your content and how can you increase this number. So this is absolutely huge. The longer people spend on your content, the better of an indication it is to the Instagram algorithm that they are enjoying your content and would like to see more of it in the future. The Instagram algorithm is extremely clever, like cleverer than Elon Musk and all the smart people in the world together, although I'm sure many people don't find him too smart with what he's doing in the crypto world, but we'll leave that for other people to talk about. But regardless, they know people are trying to use engagement groups to get a ton of likes and comments on their content to artificially push it in the algorithm, and they don't want this happening. They want a true reflection of what content people enjoy and then putting it out there to more people. And watch time is a great way to do this because it is a really hard thing to sort of gimmick and trick. And because of these engagement groups and so on, the Instagram algorithm doesn't fully trust likes and really simple comments as an indication to someone enjoying content. However, the amount of time that people do spend on your content is an amazing indication, because think about it, if someone's in an engagement group where a bunch of people are liking each other's posts for the sake of it, they're not clicking on that post and reading the whole caption and swiping through and watching the entire video. They go across, they like it because that's what they have to do to participate, and then they go off, which isn't a great sign that they've enjoyed that content even though they did like it. However, on the other hand, someone who comes across your video and watches the 60-second video the entirety of it through but forgets to like it is a much better indication that they enjoyed that content. And a wee side note whilst we're on the topic, avoid engagement groups and fake engagement like the plague. They're a short-term hit that'll probably give you a good boost for the first week or two, but in the long run it's just gonna hurt. So creating content that people spend a lot of time consuming is a great indicator inside the algorithm, but how can you actually do that? To achieve this, it honestly comes down to a lot of trial and error of understanding your audience, understanding what content they are interested in seeing and therefore consuming more, understanding what they like, understanding all of these different things, and then also being able to better edit and create content that is captivating. But aside from those skills that you're going to pick up from just consistently putting out content, some instant things you can look at right now to help is firstly creating really short reels that are short, to the point, and interesting, whether you be telling a story, teaching something, or it's just a funny video. If you can make it short and engaging and get people watching it multiple times over, that's an amazing signal in the algorithm. The second thing you can do is tell people stories in your captions, which are going to draw them in and either educate them, entertain them, or just stimulate their storytelling for a moment. This can help get people to read your post longer and spend longer on it, which Instagram loves. The third one is use carousels, because you can obviously get a lot more engagement and watch time. People will spend a lot more time on your content if there's 10 images or 10 videos that they're swiping through rather than just a single image. So it's going to allow you to massively improve the amount of time people spend on that content. You'll probably also be able to deliver a lot more in that content, which will drive more comments, shares, and likes, because people will get more out of the post and are more inclined to share that because they believe you've gone through all this effort of creating all of this awesome stuff. I gotta share it. So try that out. Rather than just using a single image next time you post, look at a way that you can create a carousel with multiple images. And in general, just try new things out. Okay, the second secret to winning in the algorithm is to spend more time focused on building true fans who are going to engage with your content more often, regardless of what sort of tricks you're trying to play in the algorithm. They'll just engage with you because they love your content, and that'll help push it further. And this is such a an underrated thing that so many people gloss over. Too many people focus on tricks and hacks they can use, or they focus on getting new followers in. But one of the best things you can do to improve your standings in the algorithm is focus on turning your existing followers into true fans who genuinely love you and your account or your brand or whatever it is that you're all about. And then they're going to engage with you more often, which will propel you onto the explore page, into hashtags. They'll share your content more often, and you'll be able to grow super fast in doing so. By building this deeper relationship, you'll get more engagement from them because it'll become more like a friendship rather than just like someone they follow that they don't really know. Now, there are a few ways you can do this. One is to simply create more interesting content. So spend additional time improving the design of what you're creating, or do more research into the topic that you're creating a post about so you can fill it with better information. And when you do this and you increase the quality of what you're putting out there, you're serving them deeper and you are giving them more, which is going to build a stronger relationship with them. Another is to engage back with your audience more. So if you see people who are consistently commenting on your posts, or they're liking all of your posts, go and send them a DM, or go and check out their account and like some of their content and leave a few comments on theirs. You'd be surprised about how amazing this will make people feel, especially if they've been following you for a while and they love your content and they almost look up to your page, whether it is a brand, a theme page, a personal brand, and then they go and see that you've liked a bunch of their content and you've commented and maybe you reply to a story. They will really, really appreciate that, and it'll build a stronger connection. And don't do this purely with the idea of getting something back, but just engage with your audience to make their day, and I'm sure you will get a positive benefit from that. And a third way that you can improve your relationship with your audience is to open up and show a bit more personality. Again, it doesn't matter if you're a theme page, a business, you can always show a bit more of who you are, a bit more of your personal side when relevant, to build a better connection. As when your audience know more about you, or more about what your brand stands for or what you stand for, whether this be taking a polarizing opinion, which will potentially annoy some people, but deepen your relationship with others, or along those lines. There's lots of things you can do. It could even just be sharing interests, what you like, what you don't like, that is not polarizing, and just putting it out there. And by doing these things, you'll increase the percentage of people who are true fans that are engaging with all of your content, and Instagram will pick up on this and start pushing you to more people. Now, the third tip is to start posting before peak times on Instagram. Now, often people think the best time to post is at their peak time, when the most amount of their audience is on the platform. However, that's not always the best way to go about things, because from my research, I found that the best time to post is just before your peak time. So for example, if I pull up my analytics here on my account Millionaire Dream, and I go to my insights and I go down to my followers, I look at what time they are most active, I can see my peak time is at 3 a.m. my time, which means that I can either post at 3 a.m. That's what most people would suggest. However, what I find to be better is if I were to post at 12 a.m., which is midnight, which then captures the entirety of that peak, because then I get 12 a.m., which is my second most active time, all of 3 a.m., which is my most active, and 6 a.m., which is my third most active, rather than just getting two of those and only being around for some of my most active time, if that makes sense. So if you post just before your most active time, you'll get a lot more reach, because your post will be live the entirety of that peak traffic time. That's what's worked for me anyway. This way you maximize your early engagement and get as much reach as possible, which helps push you onto the explore page. Now, fourth way to do better in the algorithm is the law of reciprocity. I think that's how you say it anyway. Now, I touched on this earlier, but the law of reciprocity is the idea that when you do something good for others or something nice to others, they have a deep-rooted psychological urge to do something good back for you in return. With this idea in mind, if you go out and show appreciation to other people on social media and engage in their posts a lot, you'll receive a lot of engagement back, especially when it's genuine engagement. So if you're following a bunch of people in your niche and every time they post, you leave an interesting comment and start a discussion about what the actual post is about, rather than just saying, nice post, love this, and leaving a like. If you start a genuine conversation and you start doing that consistently, you will start to build up a tribe of people who everyone's engaging with everyone and it's helping everyone massively, different to an engagement group, because you're doing it because you actually care. and it's actually genuine. It's not just liking for the sake of it. With this increase in people engaging with your content and leaving deep and meaningful engagement, such as comments, shares, and saves, you will notice a boost inside of the algorithm, pushing your content out there to more people. Now, don't do this purely with the intention of receiving something back. You will, but do it with good intentions to just serve other people, and naturally you'll receive results from doing so. All you have to do here is simply make it a habit of engaging with other people every single day. You're going to engage with a handful of people who are bigger than you and have the audience you want. You're going to engage with a handful of people who are at a similar size to you, at a similar stage of the journey, and you're going to engage with a handful of people who are on a smaller size than you, who are just getting started, and you're going to show them some love and appreciation, whilst maybe not so many people are as well. And this will help not only build true fans, but build people who are going to engage with you. You'll also be able to build some cool friendships with other people who are doing similar stuff to you, and that'll help you learn way more than any YouTube channel will. If you can network with other people who are on a similar journey and share ideas, you'll learn more than any YouTube video that I've made or that any other YouTuber has made. And not only will it drive this connections, but if you're engaging with 50 to 100 different posts every single day, that means there is 1,500 to 3,000 new pieces of content where you can be found every single month. Because if you're leaving comments there and other people discover these posts from the explore page, from hashtags, from their profile, from all the growth tactics that these other accounts are using, and they see the post and then see your comment, that is another way for you to be discovered, and you can reach a ton of new people by doing so. And so both building connections and new ways to be discovered, it's an underrated growth strategy. And this is, I guess, the $80 strategy, but probably more of a networking approach to it, which I do have videos for how to do that on my channel as well, like walkthrough tutorials and so on. And then number 5, the last trick you can use is to simply use more of the features on the platform, especially new forms of content. So like Reels, or like when Instagram TV came out, or when carousels came out, or features that drive engagement. So things like in the stories, when you can have story polls, story quizzes, people ask you questions, live streams where you've got Q&As, etc. Part of this is because when Instagram roll out a new feature, they want it to become normalized and seen as just a normal feature that people enjoy really quickly. So usually what they do is they give a big boost in the algorithm. They give a big boost in the algorithm to people who use those features. So by using new features and embodying what Instagram create, you're going to get pushed in the algorithm more. For example, when Instagram dropped Reels, they've been trying to beat TikTok and trying to get the creators off TikTok and onto Instagram Reels. And so to do that, they're pretty much giving people who use Reels a ton of reach to try and bring the creators across and squash out their competition, which means you can take advantage of this and get a ton of additional reach entirely free by using Reels. And then as well as this, using interactive features gives people more of a chance to engage with you, which just solidifies the fact that they enjoy your content, and it just gives more signals to Instagram's algorithm that they want to see more of what you've got going on. So by adding story polls or quizzes, it allows your audience to engage with you more often, and just more indication to Instagram that they love what you got going on. It also puts you in front of your audience more, so they're more likely to engage. You can also use limited time stickers or gimmicks, but they're not really a long-term strategy. And by following these 5 main strategies that I've just gone over, you can help build up your engagement, build up your true fans, and that together is going to help push you onto the explore page, onto hashtags, get better reach in the feed, and all around grow your reach, following, engagement, and therefore income. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like, and if you want to learn more in-depth information about Instagram marketing, building both a following and an income from the platform, then you can grab both my ebook and my Instagram crash course, link below, discounted down to just $9. That's it from me. Hope the video helped, and I will see you all next time.